and racial justice, I can't think of a more necessary time to be fighting for social and economic justice than right here and right now in 2011. Listening to the speakers before me reminds me of the backwards and screwed up priorities of New York State. At a time when working families, the poor, and the middle class are finding it hard to survive in these economic times, they're being asked to sacrifice more. In the meantime, those seeing record profits on Wall Street, those corporations seeing the best of economic times, aren't being asked to sacrifice another dime. Where do these backwards priorities come from, right? Why is government that is supposed to be by the people, for the people, of the people, actually catering to the rich instead of the people? Well, it's not that hard to figure it out, right? Today, our system of government begins with the money from those wealthiest special interests, those corporate donors are giving in big campaign contributions to our public elected officials in government.
Policy for sale.
And that's got to change. The people of New York State are not fools. We know a system of government that depends on private, big money to fund campaigns is one that's likely to be beholden to those very wealthy and corporate special interests that got government to the power that they're in.
Legal bribery.
Why else would big corporations be writing these big checks unless they knew they got an investment on their return? Now, I'm not saying all the legislators and all the statewide officials are necessarily listening to those donors or beholden to them, but there is clearly something wrong with the system. And right now they have no choice, right? To run for office in New York State, you need hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to win. And they have no choice but to do the Albany fundraisers and the well-heeled lobbyists go and write their campaign checks. They're stuck in a system that is corrosive, that is corrupting our public good, right? And so we've got to give them a choice. We have got to institute a system, a voluntary system of public campaign finance. Where all of the elected officials who are here now can now, folks like Tom DiNapoli and Eric Schneiderman and even Andrew Cuomo, Governor Cuomo has said, yes, we need a system of public financing. But the question is it just going to be another piece of rhetoric, right? Another line in the big, thick policy book? Or is he going to make it a real priority? And is he going to be the one governor who certainly has the power, right, to do it? Is he going to make it a reality in New York in 2011 before we get to the next election cycle where we'll see the floodgates of corporate interest money pour into the system all over again? We have a real opportunity. New Yorkers get it. We know it's not, people say, oh, New Yorkers don't care about campaign finance reform. Well, yeah, we do. It's not that hard to figure out that that's the root issue of why our priorities are so backwards and why the richest and the wealthiest and the corporations are getting the tax breaks and the tax subsidies, and the poorest of us are the ones having to take the shared sacrifice, right? So in order to fix the system, we've got to put the number one reform of the people first, and that's public financing of election campaigns. Thank you.